The truth about starting a YouTube channel, it's a lot of work. It's work that interferes with other work this YouTube channel is supposed to promote. It's so tempting to make it look better than it actually is. Smooth out the curves of it. It's so tempting to do that all the time because I can edit. And the last thing, not everybody thinks that this is what you mean it to be, which is helpful. So I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about the editing choices I've already made and things that have been processes for me in doing the first 6 episodes, and tell you some ideas for the future. Not quitting, not giving up. It's too right. About 2 months ago, I took a business call from a friend that I feel does really well in presenting herself on social media, and she seems to be connected to the community where I teach and to the people that I want to be meeting. So I took this call and I wrote down many ideas, which I'll show you here, for getting my business going and for spending time on it in a way that didn't take time away from my kids, because my children's schedule completely changed this year. Both of them began school. So I wanted something in those hours where my kids were at school. But as you can see from my notes, a couple of my ideas were online ideas and promotional ideas, and one of them was starting a YouTube channel. I knew that I didn't want to do a YouTube channel about singing and music yet. Why didn't I want to do a channel dedicated to that? That's not what I do in my off hours. I don't even really listen to music anymore in my off hours, even though I should, because then it would help me know what song my students are talking about when they want to start a new pop song. I'm like, who? What? Work wasn't the issue. Becoming a mom. Being a mom, trying to be a good mom was the issue. I've had 20 years experience learning how to be a good teacher. I don't know how to be a good mom yet or maintain a home. I wanted to help other people in the areas that I needed help, and I wanted to be part of that community first. It went really smooth. The first 3 videos, bam, bam, bam. That's why I did the 5-minute morning. That's why I did the fitting and fitness, because I haven't had any time to do those things for like more than 6 years. Since I was at this time 6 years ago, I was still pregnant. So with my first. So here's some truths about starting your own YouTube channel. You have to film a lot to get that sped up footage. Like, oh, I wanted to make a 10-minute video this week. And then after you start it and you get 2 or 3 videos behind you, you realize they're not watching 10 minutes. So it's disheartening when you do all that work. For me too, I don't want to put my children's faces on the channel. So having to edit around that's a lot of work. Realizing that doesn't matter. Like, you're the only one that it matters to. And if you're starting a channel or you're thinking about starting a channel, I want you to know this is the thoughts that you have to look forward to and the disappointments that you have to look forward to. There's some triumphs as well. Do you feel like you are becoming more poised and becoming more presentational and really presentable? I've done my hair more times than I did in probably the previous 6 years combined, which is going to be surprising to you guys because I usually pull it up. I want to pull it up right now. So that's one thing, is that your disappointments are your disappointments. No one else really cares. Secondly, my children have started batting the phone out of my hand because mommy's on her phone, because the app to edit is on my phone and I'm just using my phone. So those of you that have issues with the fact that there's no lighting or whatever, I actually am starting to have issues with the fact that there's no lighting. Okay. Time that you spend on your YouTube video is always time that you're not doing something else. Before my kids started their year of school, it took me away from them. I tried to minimize the amount of time that it did. I tried to work, as you can see in the videos, before they woke up. It's an exchange. It's just like another job, and it's just like different choices you make in your day. You want to do something. You desperately want to watch the next episode of Bridgerton or Cobra Kai. Those are my favorites. Or you desperately want to call your mom because she's the only one who understands having kids. Or you desperately want to call your single friend who has never had kids and you just want to hear about their sexy life. But when you have kids, it's always an exchange. It's always like, do I want to play with them? Yes, of course I want to play with them. Do I want to maintain adult levels of sanity also? Yeah. So it's a trade-off. And it's a trade-off just like anything else in your life is a trade-off. That's another reason I did the fitting and fitness videos, because it seems like I'm always trading off working out. I do the dishes instead of working out. I talk to my husband instead of working out. Yesterday we did a budget instead of working out. It's always a trade-off. And finally, and I'm having some deja vu as I say this, people don't always support you. How does this promote your business, Rachel? I'm confused. What are your videos about? I thought you were a music teacher, Rachel. You're doing a lot of talking about nothing, Rachel. I think that one came from my own head, actually. Sometimes your own voice is the naysayer, and you have to push past that because you know this is an investment in future income avenues, and you want to push through this first part that sucks, or this first part that seems like a honeymoon period because you're not getting negative comments.
All right, we're gonna try this. I know this is not ideal. I didn't want to film while I was driving, but I'm running out of time. I have a deadline to meet, and I'm a theater actress, so I can use my diaphragm. I gave you the truth about starting your own YouTube channel. Now I have to tell you the truth about watching each of my videos back. And I did watch all of them, all 6 that I have so far. So I watched the first video back, and this is some of the problems that my friends had with it. Like I didn't really say what was going on or what I was doing or what was happening. So I needed to introduce it better. And even though I do the dishes almost all mornings because it's a nightmare if I don't. I don't always brush my teeth and use a water pick and like do my hair or anything else, you know? Anyway, so that's what was wrong with the first video. I feel like I gained some momentum and like got a little bit into a rhythm second and third video, but there were still things that I wish had been more organic and real, because I really don't want this to be my sunshiny life. That's not why I'm doing this at all. I'm doing this so that the person that I really, really am comes across to people who might want to employ my company for music lessons. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2 is to help out moms who are struggling the way I am to just live, fit everything in, and have time for everything. So I hope it came across that way. I really do. The decluttering that I did in video 2 was, that project had been sitting there for at least 3 months, I think. No, maybe two. But anyway, my bed is still clear. I wanted to update everybody that my bed is still cleared off, the guest bed. It's not my bed, but I do sleep on it sometimes when the children are in my bed and I need a refuge. So, what else? When I did the Zoom recording, I wish that had come out better. Like, I wish that I had known how to pause the Zoom and go back so you could see my whole face better. I would do that differently if I had it to do over again, but I have not returned to update my website ever since then. I have not gone back, like, it's been at least 6 weeks, and I need to sit down again and update the website more because my teachers that work for me, my music teachers that work for me, were nice enough to give me new bios and headshots for this school year, so I need to update those. I want to do that at least before I send out an email about our music recital. Video 3 I thought was the best one because it had the most time-lapsed stuff about, and it was the one where I had gone to the dentist and came back and my toddler wrecked everything. So I really liked that one, and I liked how I was genuine at the end of that one and like genuinely excited. That was legit. I am genuinely excited to make these videos. I'm genuinely excited to have anyone watch them because why would you be interested? But I'm interested. That's the thing. I started doing these because I'm interested in other moms that are going through what I'm going through, and I find it helpful the way they do things, how they clean, how do you declutter, how do you cook, how do you work out. I want that. So that's why my audience is like people like me. So anyway, hopefully we'll find each other friends. And then the fitting and fitness, man, do I wish I could have all of those to do over again. I thought the best part was the swing dance part, and I was so lucky that my friend got footage because my footage was all in vertical form and my YouTube channel is in landscape format, so I'm so glad. Thank you, Andrea, for getting that footage for me, and then she showed it to other people at our church, so that was hilarious. Mostly what was disingenuous about the fitting and fitness stuff is that I just haven't been doing well at it. I haven't been being a good fit mom. There's this YouTube channel, and then I'll link it below, called Frugal Fit Mom, and I mean, her muscles look like she's doing great. While I still do look like I can take care of myself and survive a zombie apocalypse, I don't look like I can beat off any zombies, that's for darn sure. So, but I won't starve. I wish for more. I wish for more interaction with the YouTube community. I'm glad some people are finding it, and I'm glad for the positive comments that I've gotten in this week's The Truth About Making a YouTube Channel video.